And if you're down for more infotainment, information, and entertainment, like and subscribe in between the lines. Um, Way to make me a believer, Sam Darnold.
Oh yeah.
Because even though that I said that Seattle and they have a really good defense and they won the NFC West and they were the overall number one seed that put together a pretty solid, excellent season, I still didn't believe that Sam Darnold could finish it. I still didn't believe that he can play up to par all the way through. Even when you're looking back at the two games they played in the regular season against the Rams, he had a few turnovers. Even that point where they went for it for two and they won the last meeting in the regular season against the Rams, I still didn't believe. So he made me a believer yesterday. He made me a believer with the decision making. He made me a believer with his ability to go downfield and make pinpoint accuracy throws. And later on in that game, he did a lot with his legs as well. So Sam Darnold wasn't the Seahawks didn't win despite of Sam Darnold. They won because Sam Darnold made a lot of plays. And that's what I like about what the Seahawks are doing. And that's what I like about what the Patriots are doing. Anything can happen now. Anything can happen. And I know Seahawks, they have a championship pedigree. They're a one-time Super Bowl champ. And we know about the Patriots being six-time Super Bowl champ. But look at the last 2 years. The Patriots won 8 games in 2 years, and here they are right there on the brink of winning a championship. The Seattle Seahawks just had their new head coach, Mike McDonald. This is just his second year, and they're in the Super Bowl. So there are no excuses about how fast or how quick can you turn a team around or a program around. You just have to have the right hire, and you have to get the right pieces. And I wouldn't even go and say you have to have the right quarterback or a franchise quarterback, because while Sam Darnold is leading those guys and he is the quarterback of Seattle, I don't look at him as a franchise quarterback. He's up and coming. Maybe he could turn that around, but I don't look at him as a guy that said put this team on my back and I can carry you to the promised land. And again, Vaughn, situational football. And when I say situational football, third down, uh, special teams, because that was the change and that was the momentum changing play when the punt returner from the Los Angeles Rams muffed the punt, and then 2 plays later, or maybe the next play, Seattle scored to go up 2 scores. That's where the Rams were playing from behind the entire game or the entire second half, and they weren't able to succeed. When you talk about Seattle stopped the Rams when they were down there on the goal line and fourth and about 3 from the 6 yard line. That was situational football. Third down, and then again stop them on fourth down. That's what you don't look at when you look at the box score. And I'm talking about a well played game. Yeah, there were some turnovers. Matter of fact, Malik Wooten almost was the GOAT, or the he almost had egg on his face for how he
The
acted and getting
blame,
that
yeah.
unsportsmanlike play. Yeah, or get that unsportsmanlike penalty on the sideline, because a lot of people would say you have to hold that flag, Mr. Ref. You can't call that in a big game, but you have to call it. That's too blatant. That was not even on the field of play. You were on their sideline, and what they were trying to prevent there is a melee. You say the wrong thing to a guy, you don't know how he's taunting. You don't know how he's trash talking. You don't know what is said. And he could be saying, let's go, and get fired up. Or he could be saying some derogatory things about talking about God's family, talking about God's sexuality. He could be saying all those type of things, and you don't want to have that happen. But shout out to Seattle, too, because they overcame that and they galvanized as a whole team. But overall, that is what I was looking for. We had both games, 1-10-7, that went down to the fourth quarter, and 4-minute drill, situational football, to where the Patriots had it with under 2 minutes left or under 4 minutes left. And then you needed to run the ball and get one first down, and you win the game. Seattle, the same thing against the Rams. When they got the ball back, they needed 2 or 3 first downs to make sure the Rams didn't get the ball again, and they were able to kneel it out. That's good situational football, and I think both teams earned their right to be there. And shout out to them, because that's what I love. Because you go back at it, Vaughn, you and I followed the college football season this year, and we followed the NFL this year. I don't know what's more improbable, that the Indiana Hoosiers this year, now that their history, this year that the Indiana Hoosiers won the national championship, or that the Seahawks are matching up against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I know the history of the Patriots, and I know Seattle have won one. But going into this season, we definitely would have picked the Patriots with a new head coach in Vrabel, with a second year quarterback in Drake May going to the Super Bowl. Job well done.
Right, rightfully so. But I think still probably Indiana would be. Nobody would think Indiana would turn things around. Two things that you said, and talking about Sam Darnold. Just to go back on and talk about how teams gave up on him. One,
Right.
Sam Darnold won 14 games last year in the regular season. So, it's time to
And
start
nobody
putting.
believed in him coming into this season because how he ended last season.
Right, right. But it's not many times where he had those expectations to even win a playoff game because he didn't find himself in those situations. Now, second year on a new squad, a whole new squad, 14 games again. It's time to you can't put him in the same breath as Kirk Cousins or a lot of these other folks. It's time to put some real respect on his name. And like you said, he won a shootout with he
Yeah,
outgunned Matthew Stafford.
for the second time.